So I was laying down in bed thinking one day I can do this rap shit, it look easy. Average people blowing up, I can blow up too. That's when I pick up the pot and went to work, fool. Got up on my ass and typing on this yellow pad. Started as a hobby, now I'm trying to get the cash. 3 mixtapes in a month and I was grinding hard. Nobody on my level, I was too high, man, I swear to God. Now I'm on my fit, critics can't stop me. I beat the beat up, you can call me Rocky. I'm swelling up on you hoes, I'm getting stocky. I hit them with the long stick like I'm playing hockey. I know I'ma get rich and sign a deal. It's gonna come with some toys and a Happy Meal. Beating superstars, driving foreign cars, high going to Mars, hoes on the Snicker bar. Can't forget about that day, year before the break, December 28th. My lyrics gon' spray. Everybody had a moment, that shit crazy. So I can't forget about my day. Let's go. That day, it seemed like the world changed. And that day, I see myself getting fame. And that day, I showed the world I'm the truth. And that day, my heart bled in the booth. And that day, it seemed like the world changed. And that day, I see myself getting fame. And that day, I showed the world I'm the truth. And that day, my heart bled in the booth. Drama. Mixtapes coming for y'all, man. Back to back every 2 months. First is Hopes and Dreams, then it's The Eruption. I'm dropping Truth next, then I'm dropping Under Construction, then I'm dropping this one right here, From Racks to Riches. We get into the money. Second verse. Went and talked to Pops, I let him hear my crap. He said, boy, that shit tight, is that the final drive? I said, Pops, this one here is just the rough. I'm the realest nigga, man, I swear I'm not a bluff. Put it all on the line, put it on the desk. I'm one of a kind, nigga, far from the rest. I'm versatile, call me King James. I'm wild in the boot, call me Untamed. And that day, it seemed like the world changed. And that day, it seemed myself getting fame. And that day, I showed the world I'm the truth. And that day, my heart bled in the boot. And that day, it seemed like the world changed. And that day, I see myself getting fame. And that day, I showed the world I'm the truth. And that day, my heart bled in the boot. Just started rapping, it hit me like a baby pamper. Ike beats in a damn near choke slammer. Drama been rapping, English speakers going bammer. Your girl said the details good, Kool-Aid jammer. Back to the topic, my flow hot as trapping. That day I drop a track, bitches wanna copy. So I let them keep supporting you, boy, but don't try to hop on the team you decoy. And that day, it seemed like the world changed. And that day, I see myself getting fame. And that day, I showed the world I'm the truth. And that day, my heart bled in the boot. And that day, it seemed like the world changed. And that day, I see myself getting fame. And that day, I showed the world I'm the truth. And that day, my heart bled in the boot. Follow your boy, man. Instagram at The Kid Drama, Twitter at My Waves on Swim, Facebook The Also Handsome Thomas, and Cinemagram at Trippy Nigga. It's drama. And that day, it seemed like the world changed. And that day, I see myself getting fame. And that day, I showed the world I'm the truth. And that day, my heart bled in the boot. And that day, I seen like the world changed. And that day, I see myself getting fame. And that day, I showed the world I'm the truth. And that day, my heart bled in the boot. That day, it was that day. That day, it was that day. That day, it was that day. That day, that day.